Everybody, it is 2 p.m. on August 16th, and this is our regular weekly business meeting. In attendance are Commissioners Brooks and Duncan, and Chairman Filios is vacationing. So I will go ahead and calling this meeting to order. We will go right back into our moment of silence, and if you would join me with that, please. All right, thank you. And now we will have the Pledge of Allegiance. And would Mr. Ferguson like to lead us?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, thank you. Maybe you won't be late next time. All right. Are there any changes to the agenda? Can you put your mic on? Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, that's loud. Could we please swap item 15 and item 14?
Sure. Just handle 15 before 14.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds great. All right. So I will take a motion to approve the minutes.
I move that we approve the minutes of the meetings.
All right. Items 1 through 5, and I'll second that.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan.
Aye. All right. Consent calendar.
I move that we approve the consent calendar.
All right. And I'll second that.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan.
Aye. All right. Payables list. And if you're good, I'll go ahead and, unless you want to do that.
No, go ahead.
Okay. I move that we approve the payables for the week of August 8th through 12th, 2022, in the amount of $725,151.44. There are no jury panel payments.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan.
Aye. All right, now we'll handle item 15, which is our treasurer's office.
So Jill Smith and Amy Sweet, for the record. We put out an RFI for online auction services, as we discussed last week. We've chosen a company that we think is the best option. They do a flat per parcel fee of $200. There's no additional fee for bidder registration or payment processing, and the county doesn't pay if the parcel doesn't sell. So there's no cost to the county. Additionally, we'd like to propose, one of the things that you'll often see with these online auctions is they require, bidders have to register in advance. And part of that registration is they require a deposit. In this case, I would propose $1,500. The reason that they require a deposit is so that if someone wins, sometimes people play the game where if there's no deposit, they win, they walk away in the hopes that they can then later come to you and get a deal on the property. If there's a deposit, there's some skin in the game. So we'd like to put that in front of you as well, because I will not be here next week when the contract comes in front of you.
Okay, so the contract will come next week.
I will be in Africa.
Yes, I know. Mention that.
Like 10,000 times.
Yes. I think I'm fine with requiring a deposit. How do you feel about that?
Absolutely. The $200, is that per property?
The $200 is the fee for the auction services. The $1,500 would be the deposit. If they don't win any parcels.
I understand that, but the service
Yes,
we're paying
$200 per property.
per parcel.
Per
Okay.
parcel sold.
I just wanted to be clear. I'm fine with the deposit.
Okay. All right, and so then you'll go ahead and bring back a contract next week?
Yep.
All right, so item 14, board approval request, which is proposed minimum bids. Well, yes, the minimum bids for the tax deed sale, and that was the sheet that you handed us.
Yes, that has been updated to reflect that $200 per parcel fee. And we also had a redemption come in from last week. So, yeah.
Great. So then minimum bid is all of our fees, because I know there's title fees and all that. So that's what the minimum bid includes, is all the hard costs to the county.
All the hard costs, the taxes, interest, late charges.
Fantastic. Okay, I would take a motion on item 14.
I move that we approve the request for proposed minimum bids for tax deed sale for the treasurer's office.
Second.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan.
Aye.
And can I just check, we didn't need a motion for
For the
15?
For item 15, no.
Okay.
There was a discussion.
Yeah.
Okay, they're both listed as action, but
Sure.
yeah, okay, just check.
No worries. All right, I think 16 through 18 can be handled. Oh, hi, Colin. I was going to call for you on the phone, and here you are. So go ahead. This is renewal of MOUs, and it's for our network system with Kootenai Health, Bailiff, and City of Hayden Lake.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Colin McRoy for the record. Yes, 16, 17, and 18 are all the same MOU for radio access. This should be the last group for a bit. We're done with the renewals, so we should see a next batch in about a year and 6 months, 2 years would be the next ones. But this is just the standard radio MOU renewal with the listed agencies.
Okay, thank you. And if you're good, I'll handle them all at once.
Go ahead.
I move that we approve the MOUs for our radio network with Kootenai Health, Kootenai County Bailiff, and the City of Hayden Lake.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks,
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan.
Aye. All right, number 19, Resolution 22-56, and this is for surplus vehicles to auction. Russ?
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Russ Trueblood for the record. We have two vehicles that we're requesting to send to auction. One of them is a 2009 Ford Crown Victoria that used to be a K9 vehicle. It was stripped to use the K9 cage in another vehicle. And then we have an 87 Chevy step van bread truck that the detectives used to use but is no longer being used. So we want to send those to auction.
All right, great. Any questions?
No.
All right. Motion.
I move that we approve Resolution 2256 to send vehicles to auction for the sheriff's office.
Second.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 20, which is a financial budget item, purchase of a Polaris Ranger UTV, and Sergeant Miller.
Sergeant Ryan Miller for the record. Yes, I'm looking to spend fund balance or dedicated funds from Title III, spend the remainder of that towards a Polaris Ranger 2022 for our search and rescue and backcountry unit so we can replenish or start getting newer equipment and getting rid of some of our older equipment. $23,658 is the cost for the new Ranger. Again, the Title III is $20,789.04. It will leave a balance of $2,868.96. And I would like to take that from the snowmobile fund balance.
Okay. And how many seats is this one?
6.
Okay.
With a
Wow.
pickup bed as well. So we're going to outfit it with a Stokes and a lot of medical gear.
Perfect. Thank you. All right, any questions? All right. I guess I can take this one. I move that we approve the purchase of the UTV using Title III funds with the remaining balance coming from Sheriff's snowmobile account.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan.
Aye. All right, item 21, which is the search and rescue two-door access control estimate. And again, Sergeant Miller.
Yeah, so last year it was put into the budget, $7,780 to add a prox card system to this is part 2 of the alarm system that we added the year prior. The bid has now gone up $1,444.99. We don't have that in the budget, so we went to the Sheriff's Office maintenance and got it approved to move that money from them. They're done with all their projects for the year, so they'll move it into our non-cap budget.
All right. Any questions?
No. Excuse me. I move that we.
Did you have another? Sorry.
With that, we are trying to get this done as soon as possible, but there's a chance that if it looks like it's gonna go past the budget year, I'll come back and have it, see if we can get it rolled over to next year.
Okay. Go ahead, sorry.
Are you done now?
Yes, sir.
Because we can go on.
No, sir.
I get this done. I move that we approve the budget request for the SAR two-door access control for the sheriff's office.
Second.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan.
Aye. All right. Item 22, which is a grant award, CLG 2021-05, and that is also a memorandum of agreement by Idaho State Historic Preservation Office. And Jody?
Yes, Idaho State Historic Preservation Office awarded Kootenai County $12,232 in federal funds with a required match of $12,232. The award funds the HPC attendance to the Idaho Heritage Conference, as well as a study addressing historic context of land use and development of Cougar Gulch.
Okay, great. Any questions? All right. I move that we approve the grant award CLG 2021-05 with our Idaho State Historic Preservation Office.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan.
Aye. All right. Item 23, which is an independent contractor agreement for the Centennial Trail Bridge Lighting Project. Nick, Mr. Snyder with Parks and Waterways.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Nick Snyder for the record. Before you is the contract with Conifer Electric in the amount of $72,000 necessary to install the lighting system on the State Line Bridge. And the funding for the project will come, will be paid by the Joint Powers account and by way of a very generous donation by the North Idaho Centennial Trail Foundation in the amount of $60,000.
Okay. All right. Any questions? Go ahead.
Got a motion?
Yes, please.
I move that we approve the independent contractor agreement for the Centennial Trail Bridge Lighting Project.
And I'll second that.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan.
Aye. All right. And then do you want to handle 24 and 27 together?
Seems to make sense, Commissioner.
Okay, so item 24, which is board approval request to offer to purchase 11th Street dock pump out, and then resolution 2022-58, which is a surplus equipment asset deletion of the same 11th Street dock pump out. Go ahead.
Thank you, Commissioners. Nick Snyder again for the record. We have a county-owned vessel marine pump out located on the 11th Street dock. It's reached its useful life expectancy. However, it's still operational, and we'd hate to take that asset away from the marina who provides free service to the boating public. So with the board's support, we would like to sell that to the marina for $100. Jamila has reviewed this and agrees it's appropriate to do so. So our recommendation is rather than remove it and dispose of the asset, we sell it to the marina for $100.
Okay, and if anything should happen to this, what is the county's obligation?
None, Commissioner. We'll drop receive and receipt, essentially, that when you buy it, it's your responsibility to repair and replace and so on.
Okay, great. Thank you. Any questions?
No.
I move that we approve the offer to purchase, which is actually the offer for sale for the 11th Street dock pump out, and the resolution 22-58, which is the surplus of the same 11th Street dock pump out.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan.
Aye. All right. Number 25, Addendum L to the service level agreement for electronic transaction and access. And this looks like NIC Idaho, DBA Access Idaho with Nick.
Yes, Commissioners, this is necessary to add an additional online sale option on our website that essentially allows people to donate for the RV dump rather than put cash in the box, and as well as pay for day use passes at our local boat launches using a scan type device on your phone, and this will allow us to reduce the amount of cash as well that hopefully staff is collecting in the field. And this is a no-cost addendum to an existing account that the county uses.
All right. And then how many pump outs do we have at marine facilities? I mean, the county.
Currently, we have 7.
Okay. Yep, just curious. All right. Any questions? Motion?
I move that we approve Addendum L to the services level agreement for electronic transaction and access with NIC Idaho, DBA Access Idaho.
Second.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan.
Aye. Thank you. Item 26, which is Resolution 2022-57 and surplus equipment, asset deletion with elections. Mr. Gray?
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Yes, at elections, we have a couple assets that were on the list that are no longer in use, and one is no longer in existence. One is an old voter registration software system that has not been in use for a few years now, and the other is a scanner that was purchased and given to us by the state back in 2013 that we no longer use as well. So we just like your approval to delete these assets.
All right. Thank you. Questions? I move that we approve Resolution 22-57, which is the surplus equipment asset deletions in elections.
I second the motion.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan.
Aye. All right. Now, item 28, Resolution 2022-60, removal of asset 4685 for solid waste. Mr. Phillips, please.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. John Phillips for the record. Last year, the Solid Waste Department purchased a new front-end loader for use at a transfer station. When that new machine was delivered, the department moved forward with trading in the old machine as written within the bid award. At that time, I should have asked for a resolution to officially remove the old loader from our fixed asset inventory. And in order to fix that error, Resolution 2022-60 was put together by Jamila Holmes. In summary, the Solid Waste Department requests that the BOCC approve the resolution to declare that the 2008 John Deere loader as surplus and allow for removal from the fixed asset inventory.
Okay. Questions? Motion?
I move that we approve Resolution 2022-60, removal of asset 4685 for solid waste.
Second.
Bill Brooks.
Aye.
Chair Pro Tem Duncan.
Aye. All right. And that concludes, thank you, Dave, the action item of our agenda. So we'll go to status update pending list, which still only has one item on it, and that's facilities expansion. On August 15th, which was yesterday, Corey Trapp and I met with Craig Shelby, and we talked about the scope of work for the addition to the Justice Center expansion. So next step would be enter into negotiations, which I will bring probably when Chris gets back, we'll talk about who wants to be involved in negotiations, and then it won't be a all authority. It will be negotiations and then bring it back before the board. So that's all for that item. And now we are to public comment. Diana?
Is this good?
Yes.
Okay, good. Diana Sheridan. So I've been here for a few of the meetings. Well, I've been to a couple meetings around the discussion of the lease, the possibility of the pending lease for the 20 acres at the airport. And in the process of watching the county come to grips with that request was what seemed obvious to me is that there's really not any tracking system for all the leases across the county. In other words, any one place, like something as simple as a spreadsheet, where you can look at all the leases, all the properties that are leased, when the lease started, length of lease, pending renewals, et cetera, price per square foot, type of lease, so that you could answer some of your own questions more easily regarding what's already you know, like how have we been doing leases?
Right.
And you at least have a way to know where they're at, where they're recorded, saved, and some sort of cover sheet to be working from that would make your job so much easier.
Sure. And I mean, this is for public comment. We don't normally respond, except I know that we just approved a software within the last month. And so the auditor's office is going to do exactly that. Yes.
I love it when things are done before I even ask.
Yes.
So
So,
that's great. It'll make it so much
Yeah.
simpler for you guys.
so I appreciate the comments. Anything else?
No, that's all. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. And 2:20, this meeting's adjourned.